In Norse mythology, the Valkyries were the female deities, also known as the Dark Angels of Death, who had the ungrateful role of deciding who lived and who perished in battle, and after, to gather the souls of the bravest warriors and bring them into Valhalla, the paradise of the Viking warriors, near Odin, who was to use them in the end of World War, Ragnarok. In the afterlife, usually half of the chosen ones from the battlefield arrived in Valhalla. The other half are taken to the goddess Freya on the Fólkvangr field. In many writings, it is found that the goddess Freya had priority in choosing the warriors killed during the battles. Once in the service of the great Odin, the leader of all the gods, they turned into Einherjar, his soldiers whom he will use in the apocalyptic war against Ragnarok. In Valhalla, these female deities had the role of serving drinks and food to the great warriors and taking care of arranging and cleaning the tables. In late Norse mythology, these Valkyries were transformed into gorgeous blonde virgins with white wings, which delighted the eyes of the diners while serving refined drinks in the Valhalla halls. In modern art, these deities are embodied as warriors of rare beauty who rode winged horses and were equipped with helmets and arrows. However, the horses of a Valkyrie were often winged wolves, very fierce, and with the help of which they could take the dead bodies to Odin. Whether or not they were accompanied by winged wolves, the impression of Norse mythology stories is that these creatures resembled crows hovering over the battlefield to choose prey that would serve a higher purpose, saving the world of perdition. According to Norse mythology, the Valkyries appeared during the battle. These virgins usually appeared in numbers from 6 to 13. It seems that some of the Valkyries had a higher rank than others and were treated with respect. Thomas Bulfinch, fascinated by Norse legends, in his work Mythology, points out that many of the stories suggest that the Valkyries' armour produces a strange and, at the same time, splendid light which is called the Northern Lights, or Aurora Borealis. The origin of the strange mythological beings is said to have often been from mortal parents. In the oldest legends, they are seen as the high priestesses of Odin, who participate in the sacrificial rituals of the prisoners in honour of Odin. They were the ones who made the sacrifice using a ritual spear. With the advent of Old Norse poems in 12th century Codex Regius manuscript, these rituals faded away and were replaced by legends that, as supernatural beings, the Valkyries witnessed battle on the battlefield, and they decided who would live and who would not. In the Codex Regius, these entities have an unknown origin, being described as deities who had the role of serving at the table of the gods in Valhalla and bore names unworthy of the beauty and high purpose they had, such as Skogul, which means anger, or Hlok, which means lament, and Gol, which means scream. In heroic legends, they were invariably the beautiful daughters of famous kings, known for their heroism, and they had supernatural powers. The etymology of the name comes from the ancient word Valkyra from Norse mythology, consisting of the words Val, which means to kill, and Kyria, which means choice. Put these together, meaning chooser of the slain. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel by hitting the notification bell to be notified when new videos arrive. If you have any questions or have any thoughts you want to share, write them in the comments below. Yours truly, Mythos, the Historian.